Hello guys, KpShamino here with another guide, and this time it's for the freshwater drum in Missouri. Some guys on the YouTube asked me to make this movie, and I saw like a forum post on the Steam forum too. So I don't think he was really easy to find. It's only a small area that you can catch him, the area that I found. Uh, But once you see the area, it's not that complicated. You can get a lot of those fish, and it's very easy to catch them because it's just the weight that you need to lift. They don't put a fight on. A largemouth bass gives them more fight for the half of the weight than this fish does. So I went to Wikipedia to check out what this fish is eating, and in Wikipedia they say crawfish, shrimps, octopus. So all that stuff he likes a lot, and worms, and that was really good because I'm in Missouri, so I want to present a guide that people that are level 1 to 6 can use in Missouri. So I went with very low setup on my telescopic, level 5, and on my spinning rod I think level 4 or 5 is the highest too. So the guys that start here in the area can use this setup too. There is only one major problem, it's on the edge. So it's possible if you go to get a trophy that is getting problematic. So be sure that you don't put your drag too tight. If you are fishing, go with drag 2 or 3 maybe, or even 1. So watch it a little bit. The normals were very easy. I didn't have one problem. After this movie, you see me catching one normal with a telescopic. Okay, that was it. So let's go to the position. So I'm in Missouri. And what you need to do is you need to go to the starting zone, but now in Missouri you can run around. So what you need to do is you need to come to here, and over here there is a spot, and that's the spot that you can catch a lot of freshwater drum. Okay, so what you need to do is I'm first going to show you guys what presentation and where you need to throw with the spinning rod. So it's not that complicated, but the area is very small. I got a lot of fish between 22 meters and 1760 meters. But if you come closer or if you go farther, you don't get them. The middle of this river is like 22 meters, so it's in the middle. So probably the deepest point that you can have here, it's not as deep as on the catfish. It's a little bit less deep, but I will show you guys if you go to the setup. So what you need to do with the spinning rod is you just throw in, and I hope that I'm at 25, 26 meters. Go with the speed 2. My drag is now at 5 if I'm not mistaken. 22 is perfect, and you need to do on the freshwater drum a quick stop and go. It's just the same Michigan. It works really well because they are at the bottom. They are bottom feeders. So you don't need to go lift or twitching. It doesn't work that well on this fish. So just do it like this. Reel. That's how you need to do it. That's a quick stop and go, and you just keep doing it the whole time. You can sometimes stop a little bit, it doesn't matter a lot, but you will see it's now 70 meters, 16 meters, and it's done. We are now too close. I didn't get one drum closer to the shore. So they are sitting in the deepest part. So 22 meters to, let's say, 60 meters. Now you can just reel in. So you don't need to waste time because the chance is that you get a largemouth bass or like a grass pickerel. So that was how you need to do it with the spinning rod. And you guys see I'm using a spinning rod, I think it's level 3. So really low level gear that the guys that start here can get this fish to. Okay, let's have a look now to my telescopic. And my telescopic, this is my telescopic with my Tele Float 650. So what you need to do is just the same. So you throw in, and you need to go to the mark of 17 to 18 meters. And I'm now fishing with the shrimps. But I didn't get it, of course, with the shrimps because that's a level 16 bait. I got it with the shrimps too, but I got it with the worms too. So don't panic because I know it's a high level bait, but that's how you need to do it. So 18 meters, that's more than enough, and then you need to wait. You need to be patient on this fish because it can take some time. But once you get a lot of fish in, it's not a really big problem. Okay, that was how you need to do it practical. So you guys see where I'm throwing. You guys see what technique I used on a spinning rod. Now it's time to check the setup. So let's go to the inventory. So inventory. So this is my telescopic setup. So you guys see a telefloat 650, that's level 4. I'm going with the mini spin 1200, so the telefloat can go to 2.5 kilogram of test. My mini spin is 1.5, so that's under my my rod. That's perfect. And then I go with the mono 0.18. A mono 0.18. I'm not sure what it pulls. Here it is 1.4 kilograms. So a perfect setup. Even if you got a trophy on, or you cannot keep the fish, or he's swimming away, you always are going to break your mono, so your line, because it's not a problem. So, and a line is not that expensive, so don't panic. This setup breaks your line and not your gear. Okay, so for the other stuff in the setup, so I got chubby bobber, because the main problem is that if you go with a sport floater, it's going under, and I'm going with the hook 1. The hook 1 you can acquire at level 5, I know that, but if you are level 4, go with the hook 2. The main problem that I had was I went first with the hook 2.0. It didn't work. I got a lot of bites, but it seems that the drum cannot swallow it. Then I went with 1.0, didn't work either. Same problem, a lot of small bites, but too big, and that's strange. And then I went with 1, and it works perfect. So a very easy setup. Then the depth is very important. I went to first with maximum depth, but I saw there was a little bit of a problem. Because my bobber wasn't moving at all. That means probably that my weight of my to keep my bobber straight was laying on the ground on the bottom. So I went a little bit less deep to 240 and it was perfect. Right away I got a lot of action, more action than on the maximum depth. So I would suggest you guys that you go with 240 centimeters. It's only 10 centimeters, but it was a lot of difference for me. Okay, so this is a setup. Very easy setup, not complicated. Let's have a look now at the spinning setup. So value spin 119, so a test of 3 kilograms, lure weight 5 to 18 G. I'm using now a 4G spinner, so I'm a little bit under the optimal lure weight, but that's not really a problem. The cast is not that short. That it's yeah, a very big problem. I'm going with the InspireCast 2000, so that's very nice, 1.6, nicely under the value spin test. Then I'm going with the mono again, 1.4, so the same story as with the telescopic. You break your line if you are in trouble with the fish, so don't panic, it's only the line that is going to break. And I know I'm saying all the info for the guys that start to play this game, because it's sometimes a little bit overwhelming. Okay, now for the bait that you can use. Before I forgot, guys, try to fish in the best time of the day, because I started at 5 a.m. And the main problem is if you go with worms, red worms, the bluegill is here, the white crappie is here, the largemouth bass is here. Everything that is small is here, and they like the worms too. So it was a lot of other fish. Then I went for to 8 a.m. when like the happy hour starts in the day on a cloudy day. You guys can see it, and I had a lot of more drums. So that means try to fish in the best time of the day. Okay, so let's go to the net, because you guys will see I got a lot of drums. So here you can see it. It's not complicated if you know what you need to do. So the red worms work really well, and the guys that are just starting the game need to use the red worms, because you guys don't have access to other bait that works for this fish that I know of. So go with the red worms, go with the telescopic setup, or you can go with the spinning setup. I went with the crawfish cut. Crawfish cut is like so good for this fish, but if I see his diet on Wikipedia, I can understand it. But there was one funny thing about crawfish cut, that is that the crawfish is too heavy for my setup, and I had the chance to break my line. And guess what, guys? After I got a fish with it, I throw back in, and my hook was gone into the woods, and I broke my line. So that's the first time that I see it. So, but it works too. Shrimps work really well too for the guys that are higher level and want to get this fish. Go with shrimps. It works so good. You get trophies with it. You get normals with it. So that's what works on this fish. 3 baits, so you can use it. Low level start with the red worm, of course. Then for the lure setup, the shed 3 centimeter works with a 5G 2 hook. So that's level 3 or 4 too. And the spinner 4G10 works too. I like the spinner a little bit more for the simple reason that I don't get a lot of largemouth bass with it. With the shed 3 centimeters, the largemouth bass is going to bite too. And I'm going to check here, you see it already. But I got one on the spinner too, so it doesn't matter a lot, but the shed is a little bit more attractive for the largemouth bass. So if you want to go with the spinner 4G. Okay. For the currency, 16 currency and 27 experience, and you guys can see I got like a mini freshwater drum, 0.7 kilograms, and I got like a maxi one, I think 1.6. So the difference is a lot. It's almost double. But that's how you need to do it, guys. I cannot say more. Thanks for watching. If you like the movie, give me a like. If you like my channel, subscribe please. And otherwise, have fun with the freshwater drum. And I see you guys later. Bye bye.